Hello again, this is Jonathan, aka BD from BlenderDude.com. I've got another video for you today. In this one we will be comparing the next generation Vitamix models with the traditional home line of Vitamix models. Today I've got my Professional Series 750 representing the next generation line. It also includes the Pro 300 and the Vitamix 7500. And then I've got my 5200 representing the more traditional home line. The 5200 comes with a 2.0 horsepower motor, and the next generation Vitamix models come with a 2.2 horsepower motor. This is per Vitamix, so we already know that the next generation line comes with a slightly stronger motor. What we don't know is if that extra horsepower plus the design differences of the container and blade assemblies is going to translate to any real performance differences between the two machines. So that's what today's test is going to hopefully reveal. If you can't tell, the Vitamix Pro 750, all the next generation models, come with not only a shorter, wider container. This is 64 ounces just like this one. But it also comes with a 4-inch tip-to-tip blade assembly, whereas the traditional models come with a 3-inch blade assembly. And they both are designed that way to fit perfectly within the actual width of the base of the containers. But what we don't know is, does that translate to any difference performance-wise? So we're going to do a test today, and hopefully it will reveal the differences, if in fact there are any. What we're going to do today, this is a random ingredient test. This is not a smoothie or a soup or any recipe that I know of. I'm not going to drink this, so I already admit to wasting food in the name of blender science, for lack of a better term. But what I did was I just raided my pantry and my refrigerator for ingredients that I thought would be good to throw into the containers for this kind of test. I've got celery, and we're going to use a bunch of celery because it is very fibrous, very stringy. Many standard household blender has met its demise trying to blend celery. I've got 10 medium-sized spinach leaves to go in each container. I've got 6 baby carrots. I've got a couple of Roma tomatoes. I've got some granola, and I've got some dried whole grain quinoa. We'll use a bunch of that. It's also fairly inexpensive, and if the blenders have any difficulty blending those hard, tiny seed-like grains, we should be able to tell when we put our eyes on the results. What I thought we would do is do a test, timed test, 2 ways. We're going to start at 30 seconds. I'll stop the machines, and we'll pour a little sample into a glass, see if there's any differences between the two. And then we will run the machine for another minute to see if not only that extra minute reveals any more blending differences as far as the results go, but also we'll do a temperature test to see if in fact one is warmer than the other. And based on just the extra horsepower, you would tend to believe that the next generation machines, being slightly more powerful, might tend to warm ingredients slightly higher, to slightly higher temperatures over the course of the same blending duration. Oh, I'm also going to use some frozen fruit. I've got some frozen strawberries and frozen blueberries. I didn't want to waste a whole lot of frozen fruit. But the frozen strawberries are good for the test because not only is it frozen, but it has a lot of little seeds, and blueberries tend to, the skins of blueberries tend to be tough to blend for several blenders as well. So we'll do that as well. Okay, let's go ahead and jump right into it. I think we will, we'll go ahead and load both containers at the same time, and then we'll run them one at a time. So let's start with some celery. I'm going to put 3 stalks of celery in here. Here's my Roma tomato. You can see they're both the exact same size. I've got 1, 2, 3, baby carrots, 10 spinach leaves. I'm going to do 5 blueberries, 2 frozen strawberries, 1 big tablespoon granola. We'll do 2 heaping tablespoons of the quinoa, and then exactly 1 cup of water just to get it all started. Go ahead and load the exact same ingredients into the 5200, 3 stalks of celery, Roma tomato, 10 baby spinach leaves, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 baby carrots, 1, 2, 4, 5 blueberries, 1, 2 frozen strawberries, 2 big tablespoons of quinoa, and a big tablespoon of granola. I will get my timer set. And we'll get this test going. Okay, we're going to blend them both on high for 30 seconds. We'll stop, we'll do a little sample, see what it looks like, then we'll run it again. We're going to use the manual controls, high on the 5200, speed 10, which represents high, on the 7500. And we'll start now. Try that again. Okay, after 30 seconds, this is what we have. I hope you can make that out. What I notice is just some minor flecks of what I presume are the blueberry skins, maybe the quinoa seeds, maybe the strawberry seeds, but after 30 seconds it's fairly well blended. Let's run it for another minute. See what we get. Okay, that was 1.5 minutes total blending time, although it was not consecutive. And I don't know if you can tell, but there's already some steam coming out of the top. Quick temperature test reads 72.4 degrees. 72.4. And we'll see if the blended results look any different. This is the new result. This is the first result. I'm hoping that you can pick up the differences if there are any. I can notice already a slight color change. The 30-second test looks like a deeper red, deeper reddish hue, which is indicative of there still being several unblended skins, seeds, or grains, in my opinion. Or it could be that the heat generated by that extra minute of generated by that extra minute of blending is also responsible for some of the color change. Again, I was looking at it instead of making sure it was on camera. This is the 1.5 minute blended result. This is the 30-second result, and again, this is from the Professional Series 750. We'll keep these handy, and we'll run the test on the 5200 now. Okay, right off the bat, you'll notice that the 5200 had a little bit of difficulty getting all the ingredients to incorporate into the blade. That is not the fault of the machine. That is mine. I should have had the tamper ready to go. I actually didn't think it would be an issue since I wasn't using very many frozen ingredients. But here's the result from the 5200. It's still very well blended anyways, despite the fact that many of the ingredients didn't get started until late. It seems to me to be a little more reddish in hue. Let's compare it. This is the 30-second result from the 750. This is the 30-second result from the 5200. It's tough for me to really get a good vantage point here, but I don't see a whole lot of difference. Let's keep running. Do another minute. Sorry about that. Need my timer ready first. minute and a half. Total blending time on 5200. 72.2 degrees. So not much difference after a minute and a half. I would have expected the Pro 750 to perhaps be slightly warmer than the 5200, and in fact it is, but not to a real significant extent. Of course, that could all be dependent upon the true size of the ingredients. Perhaps a couple of strawberries might have been a little bigger or smaller or whatnot. No real way to know. Here's the minute and a half blended result from the Vitamix 5200. Here's the comparing result from the Pro 750. 5200 Pro 750. And I apologize for my awkwardness trying to line these up. Just eyeballing them. Not a great deal of difference. Maybe you pick some up. If you do, make a comment. Tell me what you see and what you think is responsible for those differences. I'm not sure how productive this comparison was. I will rack my brain, maybe try to come up with another way to compare the two. But hopefully you got something out of this. If nothing, you determined that both blenders are awesome. I think you would be happy with either model that you selected. If you happen to have any other individual questions about these models or others like them, by all means send me an email. You can reach me at bd@blenderdude.com, or you can visit my website blenderdude.com and contact me via the contact page on that site. So until the next video, this is Jonathan. Have a great day.